Hi. Give me a couple seconds. I'm launching up the game right now. How's it going? Mm, that's good. Oh, shoot. The game crashed. I'm relaunching it right now. No? What'd you say? Oh, yeah, I'm okay. Does something seem wrong with me or something? No. Well, okay. I I do have a question that you don't have to answer. And maybe I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be too personal a question for me to ask. I know you don't really have a lot of context, but knowing that it might be a personal question, do you think it's okay for me to ask my question? I don't know. Does that make sense? I'm kind of all over the place. Okay. I don't think there's any other way to put it. Um, has anyone ever told you that they were proud of you? Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to ask. Some stuff has been happening in my personal life that has me thinking about life and the decisions I made in the past. I'm okay though. It's not too bad. I'll be fine. Well, um, I'm willing to share a bit of it, maybe not all of it, but at a minimum, I can give vague details. Um, I've been having a hard time figuring out what I want to do in my life and what to do with my life. And it's something that I've always struggled with. Um, and I thought I knew what I wanted to do, but there are moments like now when I start questioning myself. And I know that figuring out who I am is not going to be linear. And I hear all the time that I have a lot of time to decide what I want to be or what I'm going to do. And I hear all the time that I have a lot of time to build my life, change careers, stuff like that. But but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like I need to follow this strict timeline that I have in my head, or else I'm wasting time and I'm wasting potential opportunities. I don't really have anyone to talk to about this kind of thing. It's not because I don't trust you or any of my other friends, but talking about this kind of thing, it feels like it would be burdensome to you. I think most people talk about this kind of thing with their families, but but I don't talk to my family anymore. And even when I did years ago, it didn't feel like I had any form of emotional support, and it didn't feel like I ever got praised for anything, or I was ever encouraged to do anything other than to stay out of their way. I remember I came up to my dad with something, maybe it was an award or a good grade or something. I don't know, something I felt proud of. I don't remember what it was. And it's insignificant now. And I remember he didn't say good job or wow or I don't even know what else he could have said as a parent, even if he did care, but it just seemed like he was thinking that what I had accomplished was the bare minimum. Like like it was the least I could do. I don't know. And and I remember getting berated for hours about who knows what. Mean, it probably wasn't even for hours. It was probably just minutes or half an hour. I don't know, but it felt like an eternity to me in the moment. I remember he would tell me about how I could do certain things better, or how I could be better, or I remember he would bring up my old mistakes and haunt me with them. I I remember I was on a stage and performing something. I don't remember. I and I messed up somewhere. I made a mistake. And he was in the audience and he was watching. And when we made eye contact, he just shook his head. He had some sort of expression on his face. I can't say for sure what it was exactly. But even as I'm saying that, I know I'm lying because it just looked like he was disappointed. And on the way home, he pointed out my mistakes or how I could have just been better. I was 13. I was on stage for something not particularly life-changing. It was just a silly school thing that would have no impact on me in the future. Maybe my life would have gone an entirely different direction if he were the type of person to say, "You tried your best. I think you did great," instead of whatever it was he did. And when I was old enough and I felt ready to, I packed up my things and I left. I couldn't take it anymore, being near him and listening to him. I didn't want to be a sponge for whenever he had no one else to vent to. I didn't want to listen to all of those rants. I I I don't think I was the right person for that. I I don't know. I was even younger than I am now, and I felt like I couldn't rely on him for anything. I told him the day I planned to leave. I had everything packed up and I was just ready to go. And I could have gone without saying anything. But I still told him. I felt like he should know because he was still family technically. And because I had really hoped that if I told him, he would realize his wrongs, beg me to stay, and we could heal our relationship and be a big happy family or something. And that was delusional of me. He looked at me and then he just walked away. He didn't care. He didn't say anything. He didn't do anything. If I had chosen to unpack my things and stay, I think I would have been able to. I don't think he would have kicked me out or anything. But I did decide to walk away at that time. And the funny thing is, the really funny thing is, I still feel bad for leaving. Sometimes I wonder if he thinks about me or if he wishes he had done anything different, but I'm probably delusional again in thinking that those possibilities exist anywhere but in my imagination. No wonder I get envious of other families when I see that they actually want to spend time with each other, or that they miss each other, or that they want to tell each other things about their lives. Because if I told him about my life, he would he wouldn't he just wouldn't care. Sometimes I would think that he didn't listen or didn't pay attention to me. But then next time he would somehow take the information that I told him and then spin it back to me and use it to to basically tell me that I was someone who was naive or someone who was, I don't know, stupid, someone who didn't know what they were doing. I I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I lived it, but I can't explain what he did. Uh, Sometimes I get really angry when I think about my family. I, I sometimes I wonder, why didn't they care, or why didn't they sh- love me, or if they did love me, why didn't they show that they did? Because it just didn't feel like I don't know. And sometimes when I get really angry, I want to break something. And even when I was younger and I got really angry, I wanted to break something. I never did end up listening to that part of me. I never threw anything in a fit of rage. But maybe maybe I could have gotten some response out of him if I did throw something and I did break something and I did scream and yell, and yeah, I feel like I'm going crazy sometimes. The reason I'm on the internet so much and why I'm so active in our gaming communities is because of everyone I've met through them. They've been so supportive of me, and they say things to me that indicate they enjoy having me around. And they do make me happy. They make me the happiest I've ever been. Yeah, that's it. You can say anything you want, given that it doesn't further crush my soul. But otherwise, feel free to share your opinions and thoughts and advice or anything. Oh. It's hard to believe that you're proud of me when I don't remember the last time someone said that to me. If someone's ever said that to me. But thank you. I have a pretty hard time believing good things about myself. I should probably try a little harder to believe it. Is there anything else you want to say? Yeah, you're right. I agree that blood family members don't have to be part of my family. Sometimes I do wonder if I should regret leaving, but I think I need to keep reminding myself that family doesn't have to include the one I was born into, and that found family can be just as valuable, just as amazing and caring. And you've you've been a really valuable and amazing and caring addition to my life. You can give me a hug the next time we meet up, which probably won't be too long from now. Okay. Okay. I'm done talking about this sappy, sad stuff. I admittedly feel a lot better having told someone. Um, thanks for listening. I hope it wasn't too much on your shoulders or your brain. Let's just play the game. I'm racking up AFK hours on my account.